My dear friends, the spooky season is over, which can only mean one thing. The holiday season is upon us, and that means the Book of Boba Fett is drawing near as well. But let's hold on to our bogas and eops. Before I go all festive meg on you, there is still Disney Plus Day before then. Next Friday, we're going to be getting the Boba Fett's Legacy special, and maybe even some first looks at the 2022 series, like Obi-Wan Kenobi or Andor. But in today's video, my dear Mandalorians, we have some huge details for the Acolyte. Our first official details which reveal the main character's name and description, as well as the working title for the show. So without much further ado, and without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. This comes from the Illuminati, and they say the following: The Acolyte, new working title and lead character details for mysterious upcoming Star Wars series. Star Wars has a ton of new content coming out in the next few years, but one of the most mysterious projects is The Acolyte. Not many details are known about Leslye Headland's new series, but what has been revealed is extremely exciting. The Acolyte will be set in a time period that Star Wars has never explored on screen. The series will be set during the final days of the High Republic, 200 years before the events of the Phantom Menace, a time period that has only been explored in books and comics. That being said, the High Republic comics and books have only explored that era in its prime, while the Acolyte will be set as the period of prosperity comes to an end. So with the context out of the way, let's get into the really exciting stuff. The Illuminati say they've been tirelessly looking for new information, and they've been able to dig up some intriguing new details. According to their sources, the working title for the Acolyte is Paradox. Paradox opens up a lot of interesting possibilities in what it could be referring to. Is Paradox referring to the main character, the perspective of the series, or even what the show will be exploring? It's also been previously reported that the Acolyte is going to begin filming in February, but according to their sources, it looks like production has been pushed back into early summer of 2022. So onto the main character, it's been reported that Lucasfilm is looking to cast a woman of colour in her late teens to early 20s, and from what they've heard, the character is going to be called Aura. As they mention, it's very possible this is a code name that's meant to obscure the actual identity of the character, but given that this is a period of time in Star Wars we've not explored yet, there wouldn't be too many well-known characters. As we spoke about in the past, we know that Darth Plagueis would be around at this point, and so would his master, Darth Tenebrous. And given that it's a dark side oriented series, we could see them. But as for the main character, her name is going to be Aura, and from what we've gathered, she's going to be a Sith Acolyte. They go on to give a small synopsis by saying that the Acolyte is a mystery thriller and rumoured to include martial arts elements. Being set in an entirely new era in the Star Wars canon, focusing on the dark side as it rises to power, it opens the door to this series being a truly unique adventure for Star Wars fans to experience. So that's the article, guys. Let's talk about it. So we finally have a small idea about what the series is going to entail, and based on previous reports that I did speak about in the past, none of this information is too surprising. It had been rumoured that we were going to get a female protagonist, and the showrunner Leslye Headland has made it clear in the past that she's going to incorporate elements of her own life experience, particularly in terms of representation. As I've said with all of the shows, I'm gonna give it a chance, and I am excited. I just hope for a solid storyline that does justice to the existing Sith lore. I really like that it's a new sort of Star Wars series, and we're going in blind without many expectations. Now, I've heard a lot of negativity in the past surrounding the series, and I am aware of the showrunner's controversial past, especially in terms of what she said about Star Wars and some of the writers that she's hired for the show, and I'm talking specifically about the person who said they've never seen Star Wars. But with all of the upcoming series, I try to keep a positive outlook. As I've said before, if it's a good show, I'll be the first to tell you, but if it sucks, I'll be the first to come out and say, you know what, this is terrible. But until then, my mind is open and I'm super hyped for this show. So now, my dear friends, we're going to move on and talk about the Book of Boba Fett. It's been 2 days since we got the Book of Boba Fett trailer. I've probably watched it 800 times, and by the way, go check out my full trailer breakdown if you've not done so. But if you think back to that trailer and you remember the two Twi'leks, well, one of them is Jennifer Beals, and Deadline have revealed that she is officially cast for the show. So they say that Jennifer Beals will be portraying a Twi'lek in the Disney Plus series The Book of Boba Fett. Specifics regarding her character being kept under wraps, but Beals made her surprising debut in the trailer on Monday. Now, I will reiterate, guys, that just like past projects, the trailer only gave us footage of the first couple of episodes. Mark my words when I say they are saving some amazing stuff for the Book of Boba. This show is not going to disappoint. The article goes on to say the Book of Boba Fett premiering on December the 29th will find legendary bounty hunter Boba Fett and mercenary Fennec Shand navigating the galaxy's underworld when they return to the sands of Tatooine to stake their claim on the territory once ruled by Jabba the Hutt. Now, just one more thing on Boba before we move on. There was something in the trailer that I will dedicate an entire video to that most people seem to have missed. It's a minor yet significant Easter egg, and I think it's worth speaking about. So now, my dear friends, let's talk about Darth Maul. I spoke about the animated show based around him called Crimson Dawn in yesterday's update, but today we have some more info. This comes from LRM Online, and they've added some information to what Cinelink said. According to their new article, while Crimson Dawn is going to be an animated series, it was at one point supposed to be live action. If only they'd kept it that way. So let's dive straight into it. Yesterday, Cinelink's published a story about a new Star Wars show. The Barside Buzz was specifically a Darth Maul animated show that will deal with Maul's time running Crimson Dawn. I know that BSL, which is Big Screen Leaks, thinks the show is going to be called simply Crimson Dawn, and I won't argue, as he predicted the Boba Fett trailer dropping when it did. And then they say, as for our own exclusive information, LRM can say with confidence that at one point, this show was supposed to be a live action show, not animated. If you remember some time ago, LRM revealed that after the online incident with Ray Park, Disney decided they were not going to use him anymore. At the time, many fans wondered why they would make this decision when he had nothing planned. However, that was not the case. Crimson Dawn, if it's called that, was supposed to be a live-action sequel to Solo. The likelihood is that Emilia Clarke would have reprised her role as Kira in the show. However, as things stand right now, there are no current plans to bring Kira into live action. Now, this is pretty saddening because we know from War of the Bounty Hunters she did play a significant role, and we subsequently hoped she would make an appearance in the Book of Boba Fett, but this does not seem to be happening. So what they're claiming is that the Darth Maul series was going to be live action, but it is now going to be animated. And I did see a couple of comments in yesterday's video predicting exactly this, that at one point Ray Park was going to return as Maul, but after his online shenanigans, Lucasfilm and Disney decided to drop him. And so, Sam Witwer is going to return to voice Maul. But what do you guys make of this? Would you have preferred a Maul series in live action, or do you prefer him as we saw in the Clone Wars and Rebels in animated form? Let me know your thoughts of this and everything we spoke about in today's video in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, my dear friends, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and a massive welcome if you are. And also, if you're feeling generous, why not consider becoming a patron? The link is down there in the description, and you get exclusive videos not found here on YouTube, and you also get access to my Discord server. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.